Hey guys, I'm Arlie.
And I'm Ashley.
And welcome to Under the Bed.
Today we're talking about something that you and I are not totally familiar with, but I'm sure you've heard of before. Have you ever walked into a room and it seems familiar but not too familiar, and it just kind of seems eerie and creepy, and you might even have heard the phrase, "This looks like the Backrooms"? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, the Backrooms. Now, I don't totally know a lot about this topic at all. All I've heard of is when people say this looks like the Backrooms, which means like it looks just like scary or just eerie. And I know Arlie knows a way more than I do.
Yeah, so the Backrooms is basically like it's an urban legend, and some people believe in the theory, some people don't, but you have to
Is it like a game?
It's not really a game.
Because I know there's levels to it, like level 1. There's like a billion levels to it.
There's a lot of levels to it, but it's levels to like escape. Because you don't really want to be there. You're not trying to be there.
Because you want to escape the Backrooms.
Yeah,
because all I've ever seen is like the picture of like a random like tan wall like room.
Yeah, so that is level 0. There's no entities on that level. It's kind of just like a maze. Everywhere you turn, it looks the same. You're just trying to find the exit. In my opinion, I think that's one of the safest levels. You just might go a little insane because it's just like you don't know where you are. It's like it's the beginning of all the levels. It's level 0, and yeah.
How many levels are there?
I'm not totally sure on that. I just know that there's a lot.
There's more than like 30 is what I
definitely,
know.
100%.
Yeah. But I don't know what each level is. It just like all like an escape room?
Yeah, it's kind of it's pretty much like an escape room. There's entities like I'm sure you've heard of skinwalkers. That's where it kind of originates from. Yeah, it's like you can't really trust anything in there.
Okay, now I know a big question that I have and a lot of the viewers have is, are the Backrooms real?
Yeah, so the Backrooms, it's an urban legend. It's not really real. It was created by Creepypasta. But there's a lot of theories to it. Some people do believe it's real, but like majority of people think it's fictional. And I saw this on Wired.com.
Oh, so it's kind of just like a fictional game that people play?
Yeah, it's pretty fictional. People like to believe it's real. I know that I've seen like a lot of like people trying to research into it, trying to find the actual Backrooms, but it's
never been found.
Yeah, it's never been found.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But even if it's like real or not, it's still just like scary to think about being just like walking around like aimlessly, not knowing where to go, not having anyone with you. That scares me a lot more than like the past other games where you're like talking to an entity but like you're aware of where you are. I think that scares me a lot.
Definitely, and it is really scary. I think if I was ever like in the Backrooms, I would freak out a lot because it's like you don't have anyone else. You don't know where you're going. You start hearing things. It's like you're starting to go crazy like each level.
So if one of the viewers, or if not me because I'm a scaredy cat, but if someone who's watching wants to play this game, how would they do it?
Yeah, so there's not really a specific way to like just get into the Backrooms. You kind of have to no clip from reality.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so it's no clip is basically like when you no clip from reality, it's like when you start like passing through walls or through the ground.
So it's like basically like walking into a different dimension.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you gonna see on like in the Backrooms? Like what types of stuff do you see while playing?
Yeah, so it's basically like it's just very eerie rooms. Like you feel like you've been there before. You maybe have seen it in like a dream. It's just you get a really eerie feeling. It's like empty and you're alone, but it's like it's an eerie room.
And can you like describe different types of entities you see, or is it like urban legends? Like, because I know there's like people like skinwalkers that you can see there, and I know Abby and Kayleen talk about the goat man, like things like that. Urban legends. Would you see that there?
Yeah, so the most popular one from the Backrooms is probably the Skinwalker. So Skinwalkers, they basically like they morph into something or someone you know, so you can like believe them. Like I've heard stories of like this Skinwalker being a dog, and it was like the owner was like, okay, sit, like spin around, and like the dog like listened to the commands, but like you could like the dog's eyes look very human-like, and it was
that reminds me of the
scary.
dog from Toy Story, for Toy Story 1, because they didn't know how to animate yet.
Oh. But yeah, and like yeah, so the dog just like listened to this commands, and then the owner like quickly closed the door and was like, I never taught my dog how to do tricks. And then the dog just started barking a lot, and then it just went silent. And yeah, so that's kind of like an idea of a skinwalker. It just morphs into something you know, just to like.
See, learning about urban legends is like so interesting to me because they're so like believable almost, because I on our friend's podcast Listen and Believe, they talk about urban legends like that a lot, and it's really interesting because it's just like you want to believe they're not real, but it's also like you kind of have a gut feeling that they are. And now that we know kind of the basics-ish of what the backrooms are, how would we get more information?
Yeah, so we can call my friend Joaquin, because he's really like, he knows so much about the backrooms.
An expert.
He's an expert, yep.
Okay, so let's call him and talk about the backrooms. Okay, so we're here with Joaquin, and we're gonna just ask him a few questions about the backrooms just to know a little more information about it. So when did you start to learn about the backrooms? Like, when did you first hear about them?
Honestly, I was bored in the summer of 2023, and I was like, hey, yo, I want to build some Minecraft. So while playing Minecraft, I would just listen to backroom stuff, and it was pretty interesting.
And what did you like learn? Because all I know is that there's levels, and they're like...
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. So the Backrooms has many different levels that can range from different things that involve different entities. That's how the Backrooms are specific. I can't go deep into specifics because that'll be too much to drag on. But really, the Backrooms is just a plane of existence where there are different levels that you can like achieve, but you are like isolated from everyone that you know, but you don't feel alone, if that makes sense.
What do you mean you don't feel alone?
Like, you feel a sense of awareness because like you know that nothing's around you, but there is something that's always going to be there with you, but you don't know what it is, but they know what it is. To progress through, you just have to wander so much to the point where you just have to be lucky to find an exit to each floor. And if you die in the Backrooms, you come back to life where you started off as.
Like, you come back to life as like a normal person, or you come back to life in the level you were on?
You come back to life in the level you were on. A life and death cycle inside the Backrooms until you escape.
And how long does it take to escape if there's so many levels?
It can take lifetimes. There's hundreds and hundreds of levels that take actual people like months or even years to even get through one level.
And I asked Arlie this, but I want to ask you, like, are they real?
No.
So they're just like a fake game almost?
In a sense, it just comes from pictures of real world objects that people turn into a different story.
And what is level like 1? Like, just describe a level to us.
Describe a level. Oh, okay. The level is called Level Fun. Basically, it's like a giant party room, but it's always dark. And basically, there's gonna be something that watches you the entire time. And the only thing that's with you is party goers. And those guys, they're pretty wacky people. Basically, it's like you feel safe, but you're actually not safe at all. And honestly, it's the most dangerous one because you could die at any moment. because the party goers, they attract you with happy music, and there are like bloody signs in the walls saying "Don't trust them." And basically, they have like a cardboard box with a smiley face in their face, and they have a balloon. And there's not much to describe on it because no one's really survived inside level fun.
Is that like the final level, or is that just a random level?
It's like a random one. Like there's like no one knows what the final level is because it always expands. It's like the universe, you know, it always expands, and so on and so forth.
That was really interesting. That really helped me learn more about the Backrooms and realize that it's way more complex than I thought it was going to be.
Yippee!
Well, thank you so much, Joaquin, for talking with us and teaching us a little more about this topic.
Thank you for having me on here. It's been fun, I guess.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all we have for today, talking about the Backrooms. Now, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys believe in the Backrooms? Do you guys think they're interesting? Would you want to learn about them more?
And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to JHS Creative Communication. And also don't forget to watch our next and final episode on Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm excited for you guys to watch, and don't forget,
Don't look under your bed tonight.